Something caught everyone's attention on stage again, and this time it was several scenes in a row between Jimin and Jungkook. It all started during Butter. While Taehyung was in front, Jungkook seemed completely distracted from the camera and focused on talking to Jimin, staying very close to him. Then came another scene that seemed tailor-made for them. Jimin singing, Jungkook dancing beside him and supporting him so they could both shine together. But it didn't end there. Jungkook did a special dance that stole the show, and shortly after, Jimin surprised everyone again with that little move that elicited laughter and tenderness. And just when we thought we'd seen enough, Jungkook stayed by Jimin's side and ended up placing his hand on his shoulder. Stay until the end, because we're going to review everything step by step. Pay very close attention to what happened during that performance of Butter, because it clearly and unequivocally shows what Jimin and Jungkook are like as a couple. In the middle of the concert, in front of the entire audience, it took barely a second for Jungkook to completely forget that the main camera was focused directly on him. Instead of maintaining the choreography's fixed position or looking straight ahead as required, Jungkook immediately approached Jimin and started chatting with him with complete confidence, trying to stay close to him while the music continued playing on stage. What's most striking about the whole scene is that while Taehyung was at the front singing his part, focused in front of thousands of people, Jimin and Jungkook stayed to the side, creating their own private space. It truly seemed as if they'd both forgotten that cameras were broadcasting live to the entire world, because there they were, talking quietly, gazing at each other, and smiling with absolute calm, as if being so close in the middle of a massive show was the most normal and everyday thing in their lives. They only needed the slightest opportunity to get close and didn't leave each other's side the entire time. Anyone who follows Jikook immediately realizes that this is the sweet, tender, and special way Jimin and Jungkook create beautiful moments every time they step onto a stage. Seeing Jungkook always seeking physical contact with Jimin, staying by his side, and prioritizing that intimate conversation demonstrates the enormous connection they share. These are very clear details that confirm the strong bond they have as a couple, where the most important thing for Jungkook at that moment was being by Jimin's side, sharing that moment together. Just look at the clear and perfect dynamic these two have on stage. One sings and the other dances, making it completely impossible to pay attention to anything else around them. Jimin is totally focused on his vocals, singing each note with immense power and dedication, while Jungkook stands right beside him to perform the dance routine and accompany him every second. The way they coordinate naturally immediately captures everyone's attention, clearly demonstrating the incredible synchronicity between them when they share the stage. This perfectly exemplifies making your partner shine and feel confident at all times. Jungkook is always there to help Jimin's talent shine even brighter, adapting his movements to complement Jimin's voice without overshadowing him. With each well-executed dance step and every thoughtful gesture, Jungkook makes the entire scene even more perfect, allowing both of them to shine at their best in front of the entire audience. Every interaction between them on stage confirms how close they are and how beautifully they shine together as a couple. This unconditional support demonstrates that they are there for each other through thick and thin, in any situation, always working as a team so that the other shines and feels protected. For many people who love watching them, these gestures are the clearest example of a sincere commitment and the immense loyalty that unites Jimin and Jungkook both on and off stage. Pay close attention to this moment when Jungkook decides to perform that special dance in the middle of the show, because it clearly demonstrates the enormous impact he has on stage every time he takes the lead in front of the audience. Jungkook knows with absolute precision everything he generates with every move, leaving many people completely captivated by his presence, his energy, and the absolute confidence with which he commands every corner of the stage. With an ease that impresses everyone, this man simply dances, stares straight ahead, executes each step with impeccable precision, and with just those movements manages to completely capture the audience's attention in a matter of seconds, demonstrating his masterful control of his own body in the performance itself. The most impressive thing about seeing his live performance is the distinctive, powerful, and unique style he displays in each of his choreographic routines throughout the concert. Jungkook moves with a force and rhythm that leave everyone speechless, maintaining a constant intensity that resonates throughout the venue and never falters during the entire song. His ability to control every detail of the dance, combined with those direct, firm, and confident gazes as he moves with complete freedom, leaves a profound impression on those who closely follow every minute of his performance, making each second of his dance a true visual spectacle that no one wants to miss. Many people recognize that Jungkook has a truly incredible talent for creating beautiful moments that are forever etched in everyone's memory and that are utterly impossible to forget over time. Also, pay close attention to one of the funniest and most talked about moments of the entire concert, featuring Jimin's sweet little wiggle that completely stole the show. Jimin knows perfectly well the huge, cute, and positive effect he has every time he makes these kinds of spontaneous gestures during a performance, making it absolutely impossible to contain your laughter and excitement at such sweetness and natural charm. In the middle of the music, while enjoying the festive atmosphere, he made that playful and endearing movement that filled everyone in the venue with joy, immediately spreading his enthusiasm to the entire audience. The unique and special way in which Jimin manages to make everyone laugh with his tenderness is truly beautiful, entertaining, and invaluable to witness during a live performance. He doesn't need to do anything forced or resort to complicated tricks. A simple playful step, a mischievous smile, or a small, charming sway is enough for him to show his most cheerful, human, and approachable side to the crowd. At every concert, Jimin personally ensures that these special and meaningful little memories are never easily forgotten and last for years to come. Many people deeply value, respect, and love Jimin for always maintaining that tender, joyful, sweet, and genuine essence in each of his public appearances, making every performance an unforgettable experience thanks to those details filled with sincere affection, pure fun, and the close connection he shares with everyone on stage. At this moment, I'm taking a very close look, because no matter how many times someone watches the videos or re-watches the recordings of these two in concert, it's always impossible not to be completely captivated by the deep and evident connection they demonstrate in each of their public appearances. They exude an impressive amount of tenderness, harmony, and a profoundly sincere mutual affection that is obvious to anyone simply by observing the way they interact and share the stage. You only need to pay close attention to the details to see how Jungkook instinctively seeks to stay by Jimin's side at all times, closely following him across the stage, adjusting his pace to Jimin's, and demonstrating absolute comfort, peace, and tranquility whenever he's next to him in front of thousands of people who meticulously observe their every move. The scene becomes even clearer, more revealing, and more powerful when we can see with perfect clarity that Jungkook simply cannot resist the closeness and calmly, firmly, and gently places his hand on Jimin's shoulder as the two continue enjoying the music together. This kind of direct physical contact, imbued with immense trust and absolute naturalness, fully exposes the beautiful couple they are in love, confirming that it is very difficult for them to spend time together without seeking that touch, that subtle caress, and that constant closeness, even when they are standing right in the middle of a massive performance with all the lights focused on them, the sound reverberating through the venue, and the broadcast cameras pointed directly at them. Without pause. Their body language speaks for itself with complete fluidity, revealing that constant and mutual need to feel close, supported, and completely protected by each other under any circumstances. Many people are deeply amazed to see how Jungkook, day after day and at every concert or event, confidently, proudly, and clearly demonstrates who he truly wants to be by his side at every moment. He shows no intention whatsoever of hiding this affection or concealing his true feelings from the audience, but rather takes advantage of every free second and every brief pause on stage to openly, firmly, and consistently demonstrate this love and devotion. For those who closely follow his every move and understand the significance of their story, these details are not mere coincidences, but rather the most vivid, pure, and compelling proof of a real and genuine bond that has strengthened with each year they've shared. The relaxed way Jimin receives Jungkook's touch on his shoulder, with complete serenity and an expression that reflects utter trust, makes it clear that being by Jungkook's side is his safest and most comfortable place in the world. It is precisely this beautiful and evident harmony that makes this moment an unforgettable memory, confirming mutual affection and respect. Pay close attention to this moment and observe how these two manage to completely isolate themselves from all the noise and movement of the show to gossip and whisper amongst themselves, captivating many viewers with their sweethearts who can't hide their feelings. It's incredibly fascinating and endearing to see the natural way they communicate in front of a huge crowd. They're simply standing there, conversing naturally, giggling, exchanging opinions with playful gestures, and secretly sharing ideas with absolute trust and intimacy, while on the other side of the screen, everyone is completely charmed by witnessing so much sweetness and affection concentrated in a single moment. It's an incredibly valuable interaction that immediately captures everyone's attention, because it reveals how, even amidst the most complex productions and the most massive events, Jimin and Jungkook always manage to create their own private bubble, forgetting everything outside to share everyday confidences and genuine laughter as if they were in the strictest privacy of their own home. Many people recognize, value, and deeply love this beautiful Jikook couple because, through these spontaneous gestures, they reveal a real, transparent relationship full of reciprocated love that needs no pretense or dissimulation to be understood by those who admire them. Seeing the tranquility reflected on Jimin's face when Jungkook approaches with such marked devotion, along with the way they gaze into each other's eyes with tenderness, confirms how immensely comfortable, safe, and happy they feel together, enjoying each other's company in any circumstance. In their interactions, there isn't the slightest hint of doubt or discomfort, but rather perfect harmony and mutual respect that flows freely, demonstrating that their fundamental priority is always to remain united, supporting each other and sharing every joyful moment with that beautiful and loyal closeness that characterizes them as a couple both on stage and in their daily lives. For all those who closely follow the shared story of Jimin and Jungkook, these spontaneous and sparkling scenes constitute the most vivid, solid, and beautiful proof of the absolute understanding and unwavering affection they have forged and solidified over the years. The genuine way Jimin bursts into laughter at the jokes and secrets Jungkook whispers in his ear, combined with Jungkook's attentive, protective, and completely captivated gaze, he can't take his eyes off Jimin for even a fraction of a second, demonstrates that a unique bond exists between them, one that goes far beyond any words or explanation. Every discreet caress, every brush of hands in the middle of the show, and every moment they decide to share alone in front of the audience reaffirms the mutual devotion and sincere commitment that unites them, leaving wonderful and indelible memories that confirm the pure love and unconditional support they both give each other. Pay close attention to this moment towards the end of the concert, because the sincere and heartfelt words Jimin spoke into the microphone brought a lump to the throats of many who were listening intently. Jimin clearly understands how incredibly special, precious, and eagerly awaited it was for everyone to have him back on that stage, performing once again, giving his all and sharing his voice so transparently. With a calm, affectionate, and deeply personal tone, he addressed the audience directly, reminiscing about the moments they had shared in that very city, beginning his message by saying, "Chicago today was so much fun, wasn't it? It's been a long time, hasn't it? Here." This sweet way of opening his speech immediately demonstrated the deep connection and affection he holds for that place and for each person present. In the midst of his emotional speech, Jimin paused to reflect on the past and emphasize how the memories he created on stage remain vivid in his mind over time. With a broad smile and a look of deep gratitude, he continued, "I remember when we came to perform, it was freezing cold. And back then, you all sang so beautifully. It's a wonderful memory for me." Recalling the chilly weather of that previous visit with such precision, and comparing it to the warmth of the audience's singing, revealed how much he values every detail of his live performances, showing that each shared experience isn't a fleeting event, but a precious treasure he cherishes in his heart. The emotion in the air grew even more when Jimin fully opened his heart to express his gratitude for the energy and unwavering support he received throughout that special night. Visibly moved by the audience's devotion, he added with pure joy and enthusiasm, "And today, seeing you all sing so beautifully and have so much fun makes me so happy. And being able to go on stage and have this kind of fun with all of you tomorrow makes me so happy. I sincerely thank you for coming today. Thank you, Chicago." These words perfectly reflect the immense satisfaction and well-being he derives from giving his all on stage, demonstrating that being able to reconnect with his fans, enjoy live music, and know that the next day he will share that same magic again is what truly fills him with happiness and fulfillment as an artist and as a person. Many people recognize and deeply admire the humility and characteristic nobility that Jimin projects in each of his closing remarks at a concert of this magnitude. The way he takes the time to look the crowd in the eye, express his gratitude honestly, and acknowledge the effort of each person to be with him confirms the human quality and the warm heart that always accompanies him on stage. Listening to Jimin speak with such simplicity, reliving significant memories and expressing gratitude for the love received so purely, leaves an indelible mark.